to visualize during SATs, state akin to sleep. SATs, or state akin to sleep, are an excellent way to begin your manifesting adventure. But how do you go about doing it? Is it necessary to repeat the scene as you sleep? All of these questions. Perplexity. I understand. This, too, necessitated trial and error. I chose to explain this as the most basic and straightforward way to accomplish it after starting with SATs a few years ago and utilizing it for desires, so you never have to sleep in frustration or stress again. The greatest method to deliberately manifest is to keep things simple and natural, and this has been overcomplicated to the point of absurdity. What exactly is SATs? Simply said, it's when you immobilize your body when you're ready to go asleep or meditate, when your conscious mind is at its quietest, and you conceive a scene of the end of your want and experience it with your 5 senses, alongside the wish fulfilled. It's the simplest way to get started. Determine your goals and sketch out your scene. It might just take a minute. Take a piece of paper and jot down the following. What am I looking for? What would it mean if I received everything I wanted? You can use this to decide your goal and create a simple 5-second scene that says you've achieved it. If you want a new job, for example, you may just envision yourself in that position or anything else that feels natural to you. The essential word here is natural. Have some fun with it. However, keep it simple. To follow are some easy examples. One of my favorite methods to do it is to have someone congratulate me in a discussion, which I believe is the simplest way to do it. Me, I've already obtained it. Person, congratulations. That's fantastic. Me, I appreciate it. If you can't see the person in front of you, picture picking up the phone and talking to them, or witnessing a text message discussion between the two of them. It should be something that you do on a daily basis. Do you regularly send text messages to your friends when you have good news? Consider your mother cuddling you. The simplest approach to persuade oneself that your wish is fulfilled is to manipulate an already existent event or memory. I'm sure you've received congratulations before. Two, settle in and envision the passage of time. You've set up your scene, which is great. So sit back and relax. Whether you're lying on your back, sitting up, or reclined in a chair, make sure you're in a position where you can grow drowsy while remaining focused. You want to get to the point where you're in limbo. You don't have to imagine before going to bed. Imagine closing your eyes on the bus or before a nap. You can do it wherever you want. Imagine your scene at this point, but make it as genuine as possible in the present moment. As a first-person narrative, consider it in the same way that you would visualize your memories in first person. As if you were seeing things through your own eyes. Don't worry if it's a little hazy. My scenes are occasionally hazy even after I've manifested a lot, but don't strain your imagination. On the first round, you don't need anything very crisp and clear. One sense may be preferred over the other. If you're more visual, for example, you'll probably visualize things more clearly. Because I am more auditory, I prefer to hear the scene, which enhances the visualizing component. Don't get too wrapped up in the intricacies, keep IT simple. Launch your thoughts when you see the details come in. What are your thoughts on what's going on? Wow! I'm so delighted this is here right now. I'm so thankful for this. And so on. Generate these thoughts as if you've already visited them in your mind. This will sort of happen on its own. Repeat the situation as many times as necessary until it feels natural. Do this for 5 to 10 minutes at most. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your scenario or keep your thoughts focused on the subject. Let's take it one step at a time. However, do not force your mind, as you will never fall asleep if you do. You become agitated and frustrated as a result of this. You'll become irritated as to why you haven't fallen asleep yet, and the magic will be lost at that moment. So don't push your thinking too hard. Make it a breeze. Three, stop and feel it really get some rest. You do not need to loop it to sleep, contrary to popular belief. This is something I have never done, and if it is alien to you, don't do it. Do it if IT works for you. If you don't, you'll never be able to sleep. Or, even worse, you go to bed feeling defeated and shit. Don't do that. I've been there and done that. There is a significant difference between disciplining and forcing the mind. I don't mean 5 senses when I say feel it real, I mean feeling it as if you had it. That is the most important thing to remember in this situation. I occasionally open my eyes after imagining and think, wow, that's amazing. I'm delighted it's already done. And you'll have a sense of genuine thankfulness as you drift off to sleep. That's all there is to it. If you don't make it the first night, try again the next night and the night after that. In my own experience, you may achieve that feeling in a couple of days, not weeks. When do you know you've had enough of imagining? Especially if you're just starting out. I've been there before. In fact, it was because of this that I gave up for a few months. 4. Create your own toolbox, complete with music. So, now that you've envisioned it, what are you going to do with the remaining 16 hours of the day? This was always a difficult phase for me. Check in with your mental diet during the next 16 hours of the day. I wrote about it in this post. Do you frequently tell yourself a story that contradicts your expectations? Because you're just getting started, keep an eye on your thoughts and don't stress or panic. Examine your thoughts and see if anything you say to yourself outside of the SATs session contradicts them. EA. You envision having a lot of money but tell yourself and your friend that you're broke, then gradually shift your thought pattern to where you want it to be. All that's there is to it. Why am I bringing up music? Because it's a powerful tool, and music has a habit of becoming stuck in your head. Find a music that makes you happy and fulfills your wish. Congratulations by Post Malone is my personal favorite. I listen to it before I go to sleep to help me fantasize, and also during the day to make me think, hell yeah, it's finished. The key here is the sensation of knowing. Find a music that makes you feel accomplished, like a winner, and use it as your own personal backing track. This relieves the tension that comes with fantasizing. Make every effort to elicit the same sense of relaxation and success. Anything that comes naturally to you. Whether it's self-talk in the mirror, writing a diary entry as if you've had it, or something else. However, I believe that music is essential in this situation. Because if you ever have any doubts or concerns, simply turn on that song and blast it through your skull. The emotions, as well as you dancing to that song, will flood your mind, heart, and soul. And you take pleasure in positive emotions. 5. Keep in mind that the universe is a mental construct. If you see something in real life that you don't like, remember that the entire universe is a reflection of what happens in your thoughts. That's all there is to it. You get what you focus on, so just accept that it exists, but don't dwell on the negative aspects. Return your attention to the sensation, again where the music comes in handy as well. I understand that ignoring/not reacting to the 3D is much easier said than done, and it is simply a matter of practice. The idea is to create your own positive feelings. Reminisce. If you feel compelled to act, do so. The distinction between forced and inspired action is that forced action is motivated by fear, whereas inspired action is motivated by confidence and knowledge. You'll feel obligated to act regardless of the mental alterations you make, if need be. Congratulations! You've done a terrific job with the scene and have a great imagination. Relax and enjoy your desire. Relax, unwind, and take it easy.